Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ireland. I'm just taking Danny out for an early morning ride, and I've got a couple of things set up ready for today. One is this lovely planter. I'll explain what's going on in a minute. Basically, I've cultivated these two fields here. If I show you, both cultivated, both ready for planting. And if we just trot over here, there we go. Let's get a gallop on. Come on. Speed! You can probably see in the distance, we've got the sprayer ready. That's because overnight, even with the growth on slow, most of the oats are now on their final growing stage. So let's just slow this down. So you can see the difference in growth here. Basically, I need to get this given its second fertilizer application before we lose the opportunity to do it. So that's the first job. So I'm just going to go and put Danny back in the pen. I will give Roger his walk later on. Or ride. Ride or walk, I don't really know. Let's hop off. Now, the reason I've got a planter over there, in fact, I'm just going to tab to it, it's quicker. We've got a route set up. This is all going to be done by Courseplay, this course here and the one over there. We're planting sunflowers. So I have leased this lovely planter here. I'll switch the engine on, I can show you what it's like when it's full width. It's not a bad width at all, to be honest. It's going to work well. And so we're going to use sunflowers, and then later on we will either use this guy here, which is a 6 meter header, only going to cost us 2,300 to lease. That's not bad. We can afford that, and we should make more on the sunflowers. Either that, or we can use this lovely Capello, which is a little bit shorter, so I think we'll probably use this actually because it's cheaper. This is only for sunflowers, but that's going to work well. And it gives us a bit more variety than we usually have, to be honest. So, if we get this guy going, there we go. We're going to let him continue. It says 10 minutes, so that's good. Not going to take long at all. We are going to get switched on. Oops. Get this unfolded. Got fertilizer in here already. And so that I can make sure that we actually don't miss out on anything in terms of opportunity to be productive, we're going to spray the other two fields with herbicide as soon as they have been planted. That planter does put one application of fertilizer, so that's good. Anyway, let's get on. This is not a big job. Oh, I need to raise that boom a bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. That seems to be working well. Perfect. Obviously we've got the little message in the corner that we're going to need to refuel soon. We can get that done. That's not a big deal. But there should be enough fuel to get both of today's jobs done, I think. Shouldn't really be a big problem with that. And because we've got our new repair centre, I was able to change the wheels over very, very easily. Didn't have to go all the way down to the store just to change the tyres, which is good. Because that was a real pain, to be honest. Going all the way to the store just to change some tyres round. Not my idea of fun. And it uses a lot of fuel for no reason, and more wear on the tractor and all that kind of stuff. I haven't checked, but this should be applying. There shouldn't be an issue with that. Let's just have a quick check. Yeah, good. Right, I will continue this. Be back in a moment when we're almost done. Okay, so we are all done. The field looks pretty good. Some very, very small missed spots. You can see the worker is doing very, very well here as well, getting those sunflowers in. let's just get off the field. We can get this folded up. Like I said, we're going to have to put herbicide on those fields as soon as the workers finish planting them. We also need to make some more silage. We don't need to, but we've got some silage in bales, and to be perfectly honest, there's not much else for us to do. So I think I'm going to make some silage. We're going to do it the way we had previously done. But hopefully it won't be too long a job and it won't be too repetitive. Missions, what have we got? We've got fertilizing mission, transporting, weeding. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. Massive fertilizing job here. Could do that, but then we spend an entire episode fertilizing. You know what? I'm going to accept the contract, but we're not going to do it today. We're going to have to do the mowing today with just a single mower, because the other tractor is obviously busy pulling the planter, and I don't think this tractor is really powerful enough to pull the planter. So that's just the way it goes, really. It's unfortunate, but that's life. We can get on with mowing some grass and making some silage. The field has been well looked after, so I'm hoping that it's going to go down pretty well. I also have a plan for something different we can do in the future. I'm really hoping it's going to be something interesting. It's something that probably is going to seem a little bit ridiculous for this size of farm, but yeah, it'll be okay. It'll just give us something different to do, really. Close that gate up. Lovely oat field. I think that might be ready for harvesting next episode. Quite probably. And I should put my time up as well. I don't know why it's so low. I do know why it's so low. It's because I turn it down when I'm preparing the episode. Okay. Let's have a quick check. So there's a small section down here. Alright. So, field 43. This is also going to be sunflowers. I think if we're doing one as sunflowers, we may as well do both, to be honest. I do want to do some more tree felling, but yeah, I'm going to have to do it as quite a big thing, I think, quite a big project. Because, yeah, I want to take some trees out of here and maybe expand the field a bit. But, yeah, that's going to take a lot of work, I believe. And I don't want to just do an entire time-lapse forestry video. But anyway, let's get this guy on. There we go. Right, so I'm back. I've got the wheels changed onto the mighty Michelin tyres. So I'm just going to get this mowed. I've had to put it on the reverse because I remembered that actually I don't normally use this tractor for mowing. It used to be the Ford. And obviously we no longer have the Ford because instead we have the Fendt. And the Fendt is busy. So instead we're having to do single row like this, which is going to take a little while. So what I'll do is I will put this onto a time-lapse, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to cut part of it. Because it's going to be quite a long time-lapse, I do think. And once the time-lapse done, I think I'll be able to tell you about my plan. Just an idea. I think I'm going to do it, but I'm not sure how well it's going to work out, really. Hopefully it will go well. You never really know. I just need to hop out and close the gate first. There we go. Okay, so time for a time lapse, I think. Okay, so we're almost done here. The worker has also reached the end point. I want to try and get everything finished within this game day, but there's still quite a bit to do because of the spraying. I think what I might do is get one lot of spraying done on screen and another one off screen later. I need to get the windrowing done, which I think I'll do the windrowing off screen because we've all seen it so many times before. I don't think it's of any interest to anyone anymore. But it's good that the worker is finished, because I am of course going to need the other tractor for the loading wagon, because we've tried this loading wagon before and it just did not work. So I will go and put this away, and then we can get the other tractor, check if there's any gaps that have been left and just tidy them up, and I'll get the windrowing done. Once that's finished, I'll come back and we'll either do the spraying or the loading into the loading wagon and into the pit. So a little bit off screen for me. I'll be back soon. See you in a moment. Right, we are going to get this spraying done because I'm really worried that the crop's going to start growing, and then it makes it a lot more difficult to put herbicide down. So we're going to get this done straight away, and then I will move on to the other job, which is to get everything windrowed. This sprayer needs a bit of repair work, 54%. That's pretty low. But this field will not take me long at all. I'll do the other one off screen as I said, and this should work really well because this will be a preventative application, which of course means we won't get any weeds in the future and we won't have to do any spraying off in the future of weeds. So we should just have to do this and no other application. That's what I'm really hoping, at least. I have tried it before and it worked, so I'll be interested to see if it works again, to be honest, or whether it was, I don't know, a map thing. It worked on that map but it might not work on others, you know, something like that. I apologise because you can barely see, neither could I really, but I know what sort of general direction I'm facing because I've got a steering wheel. But this is going to be good. Sunflowers don't fetch a massive amount of money, but it's something different. We don't do it all the time. I don't do it very often, even when I play on my own, just because you need separate equipment for it, and that always puts me off a bit. But this is gonna be a nice change, a very different way of us getting money. So I think it'll be good. But yeah, we all know what spraying looks like, so I think I will just get both these fields done very, very quickly. And then, yeah, we will move on to picking up the grass and getting that clamp refilled. It has been quite a few episodes, quite a few weeks, since we actually had silage in that clamp. So, yeah, be nice to get some back in there. You can use that lovely front loader milling machine sort of tool, which I love. I think it's amazing for picking up the silage, and I know it works with other things as well, but for picking up the silage, it's just fantastic. Really, really cool. Anyway, I'll get this second field done quickly, and then we'll get on with the picking up the grass. Right, the field is rowed up. The grass has already grown back, amazingly, so we're going to get straight on with picking this up. The forage wagon could do with some repairing, but I've literally just got into the field, so I don't want to have to repair it, so I'm going to cheat. This is not a realistic series, so it's okay. No, don't sell it, repair it. There we go. Ah, much better. These swaths look plenty big, so I'm hoping to get a good amount of grass from them, and so far I am not disappointed, so that's good. Time to tell you about my plan. So I guess a farm this size probably wouldn't normally do this, but I am actually going to do root crops. I'm going to do potatoes. The reason I'm going to do potatoes is because we are going to install the potato washer and the potato sorter, and we will use those to get ourselves a bit of a bonus price. Of course, they cost money, around about 21,000 for the two parts in total, but I'm hoping that we can make enough money from selling potatoes that we pay that off and make a profit as well. So we're going to do that in the oat field. Once it's been harvested, we'll turn that into potato field. Make sure that it is ploughed, limed, whatever it needs. We will get our 2 layers of fertilizer put on as well, so we can make as much as possible, and hopefully it will work well. That is my plan. That is what I'm hoping for. It's just to keep a bit of variation, because, you know, we've got silage bales sitting in the shed at the moment waiting to be sold. We're making silage again. I don't want to keep doing the same things. It gets very boring. I wouldn't want to watch if we were doing the same thing all the time, but we're just not in the financial position that I could go and do something really, really exciting. So unfortunately, this is what we're left with. But it should still be good anyway. Right, so that's another load filled up. Hopefully this time it will be spread a bit more evenly, because I've got the cruise control on. If I don't drive straight into the wall, that is. I think we could probably start it a little bit earlier than I did here as well. Started that a bit far in. Right. That's working okay. We're getting a little bit caught on things, but it didn't go too badly. I did, of course, get caught on the wall as well, which doesn't help. So I think we'll probably only get a third load in here by the looks of it. But we won't cover the pit, I don't think. Not yet. We'll save it. That's a kind of, a backup for when we need money. I don't think we're going to have a full load from what's left in the field. But it's not bad. 60,000 litres from one field is definitely not to be sniffed at. Because it's 49 from 2 loads, and this is the third, which, like I said, I don't think is going to be a complete load. That's good enough. Definitely good enough. If we had enough money, I would be very tempted to do some field flipping. But obviously we don't. So instead we're confined to making money in this way. However, the money we make from the straw, the money we're getting from the silage, and from our crops, and from our horses when we actually start selling them, it's going to be good. It's going to, it keeps us going. So far we've paid off none of the debt, because we've kind of reinvested the money in different machines and things. But maybe when we finish the series, what I'll do is I'll pay off as much of the debt as we can, considering all the equipment we move or whatever. And I need to eat my words. Let's get this loaded in, and then we can pick up those final bits that we've got. There we go. That's spreading quite well. That's the sort of thing I was looking for. Nice sort of even spread. So just get up here and pick up the last little bit from this end, and we can pick up the last little bit from the other end. And then the final job is to sell the silage. Unless that price is still climbing, in which case I'll either sell the silage off screen if it stops climbing or starts dropping before the next episode, which would be tomorrow, in terms of game day tomorrow. Oh, I lifted up. What was I saying? Yeah, that I might sell it off screen. That's what I was saying, wasn't it? Or we'll sell it in the next episode. Because we've done quite a lot today, and I want to try and keep these episodes shorter. So I think it's better if I avoid having one extra job to do. It's not an extra job that we need to do, so let's just see if I can get over the top. I can. Cool. Ah, there we go. Oh, let's drag ourselves out. That is the silage pit filled again. Although I'll probably put another cut into here in the future days. 75,000 litres. Not bad at all. I'm very happy with that, to be honest. So, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon for another episode. Bye bye.